These 2 days of the GLF have ushered a rich, informative, insightful presentations and exchanges. One of the highlights for me is the voices of the landscapes heroes, and the presentations of the youth. These are inspiring and giving us more hope as the younger generations are stepping up and taking on the challenge to make the planet a better place through innovations, collaborations, interlearning, and leadership. Many of the participants shared a set of values and principles, tools and practices and initiatives for landscape management and restoration. Business as usual has been repeatedly mentioned as not the solution. What are then the collective actions that we need to do to go beyond words? From my perspective, as part of the indigenous peoples movement, we should not shy away from conversations and taking actions to address the root causes and driving forces, including their accountability for the worsening forest and biodiversity loss, destruction of our ecosystems, and climate change. In this context, we need to engage more and move development actors and policymakers to adopt policies and measures to prevent further land grabbing, resource extraction, marginalization, and human rights violations of those at the forefront of defending our lands, resources, and environment. We need actions to divest in projects causing these problems on one hand, and to invest more on the efforts and initiatives of communities to protect and enhance sustainable resource management systems. We also need more actions to directly support communities to secure their land tenure and sustainable livelihoods in order to protect the rich biodiversity in their territory, particularly indigenous peoples and local communities. We should not forget that 80% of the remaining global diversity is in the hands and territories of indigenous peoples. They have taken care of this for centuries, and it's still under threat. And we need collective action by securing their lands and territories. Further, we need to establish mechanisms and processes to put grassroots leaders and communities at the center of decision-making in relation to land and resource use, management, and conservation, including in the plans and projects by different institutions. We also need to establish collaborative mechanisms for scientists, researchers, and traditional knowledge holders and practitioners to work together to enhance sustainable practices and strengthen community resilience and capacities for holistic ecosystems management. As we look forward to the GLF next year, I am pleased with the decision of the GCF charter members to have the GCF theme on rights. This theme will usher meaningful discussions, conversations, and dialogues to unpack our rights-based approach to sustainable landscapes management and restoration as solutions to the many challenges we are facing today. It will be an opportunity to generate deeper understanding of the social dimension, of which is interlinked with environment and economic sustainability. It will be an avenue for us to build stronger partnerships and collaboration for collective actions that put rights holders at the center of efforts to protect our ecosystems and the planet we all depend on. It will also be the occasion to celebrate cultural diversity and solidarity to the stewards and defenders of lands and resources for the future. I look forward to constructive engagements and collaborative and action-oriented GCF next year with all of you. Thank you and good evening.